Do you want to follow your highest excitement, but keep going back and forth to different things? I'm not quite sure what that is. I have done that for a long time and still trying to understand that, but still, I think I've improving on how to manage this. And yeah, so it made sense. Someone saying follows your highest excitement. Some teachings of Bashar, and you've heard Bashar, and it sounds right. Sounds makes total sense. If you love what you're doing, then you won't work another day in your life. And so I've tried to follow that, and I pursued into a certain direction, and that was generally starting a business and providing a service. And to do that, I needed to do sales, I needed to do content, that kind of thing, and that made me feel really uncomfortable. So then I was like, "Well, I don't feel like this is my highest excitement. It must not be it." So then I'd like start looking down another avenue that for me, and then it was just doing different jobs and finding it exciting initially, then maybe pushing out my comfort zone and feel like, oh, it's not my highest excitement again, try something else, and just go from job to job, business to business, and never really getting anywhere. And so oftentimes going back to the thing I was doing originally. So it's like, well, how can it just flip and change my highest excitement? And what I've been doing, I've been getting mixed up from my highest excitement and um, my ego. My ego, I have limiting beliefs and ego, basically making you feel uncomfortable doing something that you enjoy. It might be an amazing singer who's just so shy, he or she can't sing. It's like they love singing, but when it comes to singing in front of people, they can't. So then they're kind of like trapped, they don't know what to do. And this is where discernment comes in. You really need to look at and analyze and think and reflect and spend time sitting on the feelings and what does this feeling feel like. And again, me starting to do these videos, I wanted to share things. I want to talk to people. I want to connect with people. I want to, learn from others, build an audience and build a network of like-minded people. And so that's my highest excitement. But then coming to do recordings was scary, made me feel uncomfortable, made me feel, I'd find every excuse in the world not to do it. So then I wouldn't get there. So, but again, I'd fall into that trap of, oh, maybe it's not, to do content. Maybe I need to do it a different way. And the reality is, after sitting and looking at it, it's my ego. It's a limiting belief wanting me to be invisible, to stay small, and to avoid any form of judgment or sense of failure, anything like that. And obviously, the irony is, you actually do fail if you don't do it. If you don't even start, or if you do start then quit, that is failure. So yeah, I guess my message is, don't just listen to the feeling and whether it's you want to do it or not. Sit with it, spend some time, sleep on it, and really look inwards and think about what part of you could be making you feeling these things. A lot of it tends to be from people's past, from their backgrounds. If you were bullied or problems with your parents, then they could be having an effect. And I feel like I was at school, wasn't very academic, really struggled, had low grades, and therefore I feel a sense that I'm not worthy because I had low grades, and I felt, in reflection, sorry about the cat. In reflection, I felt like I was being graded. Yeah, as a human, I was being graded, not my work. It's only come to do some hypnosis and reflection that I feel strongly that that's something that stayed with me now, and I'm 37 now. Left school many moons ago. So, yeah, I guess the message is just to use the discernment, take some time. And if you are feeling stuck, if you are going back and forth, and you can slow things down, take your time, and it might not be the easy thing. Like posting the content, this now is not the easy bit. It's quite challenging, but I'm doing it. I'm pushing in the right direction, and it does feel like this fear will go away if I keep doing it. Eventually, it will go away. I know, for an example, I was learning to drive for about 10 years. Never really had lessons here, lessons over there, weeks in between, and I'd cancel and couldn't have the money for it next time. And I took 10 years and was nowhere near being able to pass my test because I was nervous. I was scared. I didn't want to be on the road. I felt anxiety. I didn't want to hold anyone up. I didn't want to be embarrassed of stalling the car. And essentially, I ended up doing a crash course. So an intensive course, probably a better term than crash course. Intensive course. I did it over 4 or 5 days, I think, just 6 hours a day, just in the car, driving, and I passed with 2 minors. So it was incredible, really. And what happened is I just put myself in a situation where I was stretching the ego. I was putting it out. I was going out of my comfort zone, and I stayed there long enough until it felt comfortable. And then I do it again and do it again. And that's what I'm doing here. So that's just an analogy that I look back on and remembered that I have overcome something, and it has changed my life for the better massively. Having a car, being able to drive, more opportunities and more independence. So, yeah, hopefully this has helped you. Hopefully this is something that resonates with you. And thanks for listening.